In ancient Rome, tampons were made of wool, Indonesians used vegetable fibers, and Japanese women used rolled-up paper. The first commercial tampons were launched in the 1930s, and today women use up to 12,000 menstrual hygiene products per lifetime. But is there a better option? Should you stop wearing tampons? Despite being a completely normal biological process that half the population faces, menstruation is often taboo. The menstrual cycle begins every 28 days on average and repeats from puberty to menopause. Every month, in response to the reproductive hormones progesterone and estrogen, the lining of the uterus grows and thickens, preparing for a potential pregnancy. However, if pregnancy doesn't occur, progesterone drops and the thickened lining sheds. The menstrual flow is a combination of this uterine lining and blood from the arteries in your uterus, which is a unique trait as few other species menstruate at all. In every other mammal other than humans, primates, bats, and the adorable elephant shrew, the endometrium only thickens in response to getting pregnant. During menstruation, 30 to 90 milliliters of fluid is lost, and 81% of women use tampons as the primary method to absorb this blood, at times in combination with pads. Tampons use exceptionally absorbent materials like cotton and rayon that interact strongly with water. And while cotton and rayon are biodegradable, the rest of the tampon isn't, contributing to 300 pounds of waste in a woman's lifetime. The materials also provide an environment that the bacteria Staphylococcus like, which can lead to a rare but potentially fatal disease known as toxic shock syndrome. As menstrual blood adds neutralizing proteins to the vagina, which are normally more acidic, its ability to kill bacteria is reduced. In 1983, more than 2,200 cases of toxic shock syndrome were reported to the CDC, but by 1997, there were only 5 cases. This decrease is attributed to education about tampons, like the need to change it at least every 8 hours, and using the lowest absorbency for your flow. On top of this, tampons can lead to vaginal dryness and breakage in the skin, leaving you prone to further infection. On average, women spend close to $100 on tampons and pads a year, which are often taxed as luxury goods despite being a basic necessity. Protests have influenced governments like Canada to remove the tampon tax, but in many lower-income nations, the high price of tampons causes girls to miss school. In South Africa, 9 million girls ages 13 to 19 miss school because of a lack of menstrual hygiene products or facilities to change them throughout the day. One alternative solution to tampons is a menstrual cup. It's a non-absorbent, reusable barrier cup that collects blood. The cost of the cup is significantly less than tampons and is reusable for multiple years. It can also be worn for 12 hours, meaning women can change it at home as opposed to school or work, and it creates substantially less environmental waste. In a study where women aged 19 to 40 who had previously used tampons as their main method were given menstrual cups for 3 cycles, and 91% said they would continue to use the cup and recommend it to others despite the learning curve. Period blood could also save your life. Scientists are developing diagnostic tests that women can use at home to monitor early signs of cancer, reproductive diseases, STIs, and endometriosis using their menstrual blood. Additionally, stem cells found in menstrual blood are more powerful than those found in bone marrow. These stem cells can differentiate into 9 different types of cells, meaning period blood might provide a potentially unlimited, easily collected, inexpensive, and without ethical dilemma, source of stem cells for regenerative medicine. From gross and taboo to normal to potentially life-saving, periods are pretty cool. Period. If you want to learn interesting scientific hacks to minimize physical pain and emotional pain during your period, head over to my channel Ask Kimberly. Or you can check out my other videos where I tackle all kinds of relationship issues as a relationship expert and a therapist. Thanks to my brother Mitch for having me on the channel, and subscribe for more weekly science videos.
We think it's time for a new period of periods. Every beginning can be difficult, and it may take you a few periods to get the hang of your menstrual cup. But follow our guide and you'll soon become a dedicated cup convert. Before using your Organic cup for the first time, you should sterilize the cup in boiling water. Make sure you use enough water and that the cup doesn't burn on the bottom of the pan. After 3 to 5 minutes, the cup is sterilized and ready to be used. Step 1. Insertion. Use warm water, sanitizing your hands and cup. Find a comfortable position. You can either squat down, put one foot on the toilet, sit on the toilet, or simply stand up. You will quickly find out what works best for you. There are various folding methods. Experiment and find your favorite. For a punch-down fold, push the rim down to the base and pinch the cup together so it doesn't pop open. The punch-down fold provides the smallest diameter, thereby making insertion easier. For a C fold, fold Organicup in half lengthwise. For a 7 fold, fold Organicup closed and bring one top corner down diagonally to the opposite bottom corner. It's important to completely relax when inserting Organicup. Insert the folded cup into your vagina. When the entire cup is inside, simply remove your fingers and let it pop open. Make sure the cup is unfolded by feeling around the base of the cup. It should be round or oval. If you feel any dents or folds on the base with your finger, it means that it is not unfolded. Gently hold the base of the cup, not the stem, and try to rotate it from side to side to ensure it is sealed. When in place, try to pull the stem a bit. If you feel some resistance, a vacuum has been created and the cup has been placed successfully. You may want to use water or water-based lubricant to make insertion easier. If using a lubricant, simply apply a tiny amount to the rim. When inserted correctly, Organicup is entirely leak-free. And no, it won't fall out. Due to the vacuum, the menstrual blood won't come into contact with air, meaning no odors, ultra-hygienic, and antibacterial. Step 2. Wear. About 1/4 of the fluids absorbed by a tampon are natural and necessary vaginal secretions. Organicup only collects, thus eliminating irritation and dryness while ensuring the natural pH balance is kept intact. Organicup can contain 3 to 5 times as much as a regular tampon, which means most people just need to empty Organicup morning and evening. That means no period interruptions during work, school, sports, dancing, swimming, sleep, or, whenever. Step 3. Removal. Use warm water sanitizing your hands under clean running water. Being relaxed is essential for the removal of your cup, so find a comfortable position. We suggest you try squatting down, sitting on the toilet, or putting one foot on the toilet. To remove the cup, pull the stem while using your stomach muscles to push Organicup downwards until you can reach the base. Gently squeeze the base to release the vacuum and slide the Organicup out, gently rocking it from side to side. Empty the cup into the toilet. Rinse the cup with water and mild soap. Remember the air holes. If you don't have access to clean water, simply use toilet paper and rinse when you're back home. Or use a sanitizing wipe. Most people never have to because of the 12-hour capacity, though. Once the cup is clean, you can reinsert it. If your period is ended, boil the cup for 3 to 5 minutes, or use a sanitizing wipe such as OrganiWipe, and store in the original Organicup cotton bag. Tips and facts. The cup sits below the cervix in the vaginal canal. If the cup sits too high, you might experience leakage. There's a big variance in the size and shape of the vagina. A recent study determined the average vaginal canal to be 6 centimeters deep, but it can span from 4 to 10 centimeters. All women have differently positioned cervixes, and it varies how high or low the menstrual cup is placed in the vagina. If you feel the stem and find it uncomfortable after a couple of tries, you can cut it shorter. Did you know that the average amount of bleeding during an entire period is just 2 to 4 tablespoons? But again, everyone is different and the amount of flow greatly varies from person to person. One study measured a range from just a single drop to half a liter. Until you get 100% hang of it, you may want to wear a pad or panty liner so you don't have to worry about accidental leakage. 350,000 plus women already made the switch to Organicup, and 9 out of 10 who try it continue.